Minute 11 of nonsense. Awesome. We'll get better at this at some point. Okay, welcome to Cinequest Video Movie Review. Today we actually saw the film Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I think everyone here, Roland, you a fan of Ghostbusters?
Absolutely.
Jamie, are you a fan of Ghostbusters 1 and 2?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. So then we're on agreement here. But we'll see what we think about this new movie. But before we continue...
right. You might have heard of the Ghostbusters, right?
You
I was
may
just
have
going to say.
You know,
you may.
I don't know if this will shock anyone,
but they're kind of a big deal.
There's people who are younger than us who have never seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, sad.
You know, by choice.
Oh, pathetic.
Wow, what?
Yeah, by choice. So it's pretty crazy.
Just.
And some people are like, it's all right. Like, what? It's fucking unbelievable. So
I don't want to know these people.
You shouldn't. That's okay. You don't have to. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, I think you're about to.
I just want to
announce.
I guess for Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Jamie, which one is your favorite?
Oh, they're both so good.
Yeah,
they are. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they are.
They all have like a lot to different aspects of them that are good. Different, like different children.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're both hilarious. They've got great effects. Fucking shit.
Great soundtracks.
Yeah. They've both got Janine.
So,
like I said, they've both got Janine in it.
They both got Janine, with different haircuts. I preference to the second one.
This movie also has Janine in it.
She does, but she has different hair.
But she's still Janine. So
yeah, like towards the end, I was like, "What? That was it?"
What about Roland? What's your favorite one or two?
See, like
which one do you prefer more? Which one have you seen more? Which one?
So I'd have to say I prefer the second one more, because it's just Vigo's the Carpathian and his little that it makes me laugh a lot more. I think it's a little wackier on the humor necessarily.
Yeah, sure. There's they had to kind of outdo,
but it's still really
the
dark.
First movie with a overgrown marshmallow man with a fucking Statue of Liberty.
Exactly. It fucking dances.
With the aid of Jackie Wilson.
Yeah. That's all it takes to get Lady Liberty styling her ass down the road.
Yeah, good old Jackie Wilson.
Vigo's great, but he's no Zool.
No, you're right. And see, that's the problem. Thank you, Jamie. That is exactly where I was going next. So, here's the problem. Zool is an awesome villain. The whole thing, the whole setup, the lore, the characters, Zool, boom. Yeah.
Vigo the Carpathian, was he meant to represent a...
Where are you going, Ray? What are you doing, Ray?
What is that guy?
The Carpathian.
He's using big words.
Vigo
Thank you, Jamie.
The Carpathians.
Yes, he is meant to represent the Carpathians. You are correct, Jamie.
Is he
Ray.
there to represent the... What is that character from history that got stabbed, shot, was it?
Oh,
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin, the Mad Monk.
Yeah. Was he was he there to represent Rasputin? I always thought that for some
Julius
reason.
Caesar?
Yeah. So that was I was almost there, Jamie. I was almost to call myself
Jesus
no. Right.
You know what I think? To me, the only downside of part 2 is the baby.
The baby.
Yeah.
Did you not want the baby there, or
I wanted the baby to really?
Oh, you wanted the baby to
experience some consequences.
Right. Okay. I see. You wanted to be a Vigo baby.
I wanted whenever when that person comes, it's a witch comes through with the baby carrier and then scoops up the baby and it flies away. I wanted it off in the distance to the ghost to just appear and the baby just.
Oh, it just floats down to safety.
Maybe I don't know.
To a light.
Maybe another ghost shows up.
To a light.
I don't want the baby to die. I just want to, some sure
the baby just sort of lands on the pavement on a single toe. Ding.
Yeah.
Right?
It would have been totally hilarious if the baby was the one possessed by Vigo.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the baby's like walking around and everything. It's like, look who's talking.
Turns into Bruce
But The
Willis's
Exorcist.
Nah, man.
The baby's head spins and shit.
No, man, it turns into Bruce Willis's voice.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It turns into.
I never.
He turns into Bruno.
I never envisioned Vigo the Carpathian sounding like Bruce Willis. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, I'd like to see that. It
sounds with
dumb as
the
fuck.
accent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Sounds dumb as
man,
fuck.
That would be terrible. That would be so bad. I will say that I like the second half. This is probably cheating, but second half of the first one.
You kind of
more.
are.
And then like
You have to just pick one.
The middle ground between part two.
The middle ground. The middle ground between part two. What the fuck does that?
Well, like the second
mean?
act of part two. Let me just say, like I like the third act more. And
well, and he means the part that wasn't on film.
yeah,
like from the end of the first one to the beginning of the second one. That's his favorite part.
You know what? If I would like put in a puzzle,
Jamie,
a tier puzzle.
That.
If I put them in tiers, like the acts of this movie, like 1 to 3, like,
tiers.
Which one do you prefer more? You know,
Christ.
breaking down this movie even further.
The
not
whole
even
reason
as a whole, like I like this part of the story more than in this.
You're right, Ray. This isn't fair. This is cheating. The way we answered this fucking question was very straighthtforward and lame.
All right, I'll just say
we even explained it was difficult, and you're like,
hey, my mind's fucking going crazy.
Oh,
right
eat
now,
shit,
dude,
Ray. You can't.
Okay, so
he's trying to crack out his
second half of the first one.
No, the second act of the second one. I may have misspoke.
No, but
I like the third act more of the first one.
Okay.
You're such an asshole.
I would say the end of the first one is amazing.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like,
absolutely.
The end of the first one is great.
Absolutely.
I like the middle portion of like this again. The second act of
portion. The middle portion is that the second act. God damn it!
I don't know, man. Like I'm just trying to make sense of this shit. Man.
Well, maybe.
And which act would it be in the?
God damn it! Stop.
Bill Murray says, "It's true. This man has no balls."
That would be, I think, that'd be like towards the end of the second act. It's a very good part. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
So now, just a very brief. I'm sorry, on my part and everyone else's. 2016 version.
Oh,
what'd you think, Jamie?
I didn't think there was anything bad about it. It wasn't like great, but I think it got a lot more flack than it deserved.
Okay. What about you, Ron?
I absolutely think, or pretty much agree with Jamie. It was an okay movie, like any other movie. It had some really bad fucking parts, but like a lot of the reasoning, I think it didn't do so well was like it didn't really have anything to do with the movie. It just had the fact to do with the cancel culture, conservative issues, or whatever the fuck that someone or some people might have with an all-female cast or some shit.
I don't know how big of an issue that was, but I think that's what people were making.
That was it. Wasn't who gave a fuck, right? Like who fucking cares? The movie was bad on its own merit. It didn't matter that it was an all-female cast.
The other day, Daniel had looked up how this latest one was doing in the box office, and at that time, the 2016 version was doing better.
Oh, really?
Well, I did read something where the reviews for this one on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. They review bombed it?
Part of this was Rotten Tomatoes too.
Rotten Tomatoes had
dumb how that happened.
The 2016 version had a way better score than this one, mind you. That was probably yesterday.
What? Wait, come again?
Yeah, but the 2016 version had a better score. A Rotten Tomato score.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, thank you.
Most recent one.
Yeah.
Afterlife. But again, that was probably yesterday that was published. I mean, I don't know what that means. That the rating has.
You said Daniel looked at it.
Right now, 61%.
61. See, that's not. How much is the 2016 one? Or is that
what the fuck that means?
It's real time, people.
Mm-hmm. Bringing you those hard facts.
The 2016 was 74%. The original was 97%, and 2 was 53%.
Yeah. I mean, we all love 2, but it was apparently very much hated by the rest of the world.
Yeah, apparently.
But then Cleaning Up the Town, the documentary, 100%.
It is very good documentary.
Really? I still haven't watched it.
Yeah. It's a very good one.
I started to, but then I started watching the real Ghostbusters.
Well, there you go.
You mean the cartoon, right?
Yeah. Well, oh, well.
2016 version.
Can't be blamed for that, Jamie.
I actually like all those women who are on there. I think they're pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a lot of funny stuff, And I think my only gripe about that movie is that they completely like retcon the originals. There wasn't they didn't like mention them. There was no acknowledgement of it. But like,
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. That's not the only part because in the trailer they literally make mention like they show that little spray painted Ghostbusters symbol.
Yeah.
And it says like 30 years ago. So in the trailer, it's referencing the past.
The originals.
The originals.
Yeah.
But in the movie, like that had nothing to do with.
I mean, Bill Murray's in there.
Yeah, and they were in there, but I mean,
he's as like was he a psychologist or a therapist or some such?
He was like someone who.
Or like an investigator. I forgot. He dies. All right, it doesn't matter. He was that's right. Yeah. He was a skeptic.
To me, I don't remember if this happened or if it's just like the impression I got from it was that everybody was in it and they were reprising their roles.
Yeah, that's what I felt
in like the 30 years almost. Yeah. Just their views had changed. So like Bill was trying to completely put everything in the past and act like it didn't happen, shit like that.
Oh, well, that was
that's just like what I remember from it, and it could just be that's the way I was anticipating it.
Okay,
seeing that they don't really talk about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, they didn't. So that's probably my only gripe about the movie. I've seen it. I've only seen it once. I've seen clips of it after that. I just like the funny bits.
Once in theaters, and that was.
Yeah, I think we saw it together.
Yeah.
But I just didn't understand. Like, it was okay.
It was okay. Watch it again, the part of it that stands out, unfortunately, was probably the shittiest part of the movie. And that's the one that fucking theme song started playing, and they were doing the slow motion, I don't know what the fuck was that, dance action.
Yeah, there was a lot of dancing in this one, which is
fucking
weird.
foo. It's hard to explain.
But anywho, not any hard feelings for the. I've seen some people who fucking thrash that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, man! Just going in there and you can see.
It doesn't
see some very creative comments.
But Ghostbusters Afterlife, we just finished watching it, or at least a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Jamie, since you are our guest, I'll let you go first. Give us your thoughts on Ghostbusters Afterlife.
What exactly do you want?
Just anything you got to say. What's on your mind?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. There was some things, I don't know if it was a theater. I don't think so. But there were some technical issues that things weren't in focus.
Oh, I didn't have that experience.
No.
I think it must have been your.
Well, that sucks.
It didn't seem like it was a theater either because other things in the same part of the screen were perfectly in focus.
Huh. That's weird.
It could have been the projector.
It was a smudge on the lens or something.
Because it was weird, the way it was.
Wait, the whole movie was like that?
No.
Oh,
just parts of it.
Yeah, there we go.
It was just certain scenes, which made it seem like it was bad editing or something. Because it's one scene would be like that, then the next one would be fine.
Did you get your money back?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it.
Yes, you should have.
For just a small part. I mean,
yeah, fuck them. Hey, man. Yeah, Jamie, how much did you spend a fair amount of cashola at the theaters or?
$10.
So not much. Fucking get it back.
Give me my fucking $10.
Fuck them anyway.
You go, sir.
And that was for the popcorn and the drink.
Yeah.
Yo, you had the credits or what?
Give me another popcorn and a drink. You assholes.
This is the first movie I've been to since the start of COVID.
No shit.
Oh, really? Wow.
I was saving myself.
Shut the fuck up. That's disgusting. Yeah, it's such a lie, a disgusting lie, and also...
No, it's the truth. The little Stay Puft dudes, adorable as fuck.
Yeah.
They were, yes.
Yep.
I'll agree with that.
Also creepy, but adorable as fuck.
Yeah, also very creepy. I mean, they roasted each other alive. That was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. I totally did not expect it to basically be the first movie.
Yeah. So like Ray was saying as we were leaving the theater that like this movie's pretty much a giant Easter egg. There are just so many fucking references aside, from the plot to like specific like way scenes are shot and shit that reference the first film, and it's really fucking cool.
Or even
man.
like bits of dialogue that they throw in.
Yeah.
Like when that fucking cop goes, "Who are you gonna call?" I was like, God.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then she literally calls.
Yeah. I was the second I saw that, dude, that she was watching the little YouTube video of the old commercial and she sees the number. I'm like, no, she's going to write it down. Yeah.
Of course she's going to write it down.
And then she's going to call it later and it's going to work. Yeah. But
I have a question for you two.
Go ahead.
So did you stay for both the credits?
Yeah. And the end caps.
Stayed to the very, very end. Like I was not getting up off my seat until the lights came back on.
Yeah. So funnily enough, before the second one aired, Ray and I had been talking about like what could they do as far as the franchising or future sequels and shit with this movie.
We're kind of curious because it says Ghost Core.
Yeah, it's the name of the studio itself that they're using to handle this whole movie. Yeah, and
have you looked that up at all?
I haven't. No, I haven't. No, I didn't want that to sully my review for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah, since I'm gonna bestow upon the audience a very articulate,
right? Yes, you want to give them
review of this movie.
You want to give them your pure thoughts, untainted. And
well, I just looked up Ghost Score. You want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
You did before I did.
It actually makes a lot more sense now because it was founded in 2015 to oversee the Ghostbusters franchise.
Oh, okay.
So it does include the 2016 one.
I kind of wonder if they're going to do some Netflix shit or something.
I could see that happening. That seems like on like a Netflix or like some kind of TV series.
It's headed that way.
I can see that. Yeah. Trying to go like the new Marvel.
I mean, sure, that'd be cool as fuck. Actually, I'd prefer that to the Marvel shit right now. The coolest Marvel stuff right now isn't even Marvel. It's fucking Sony or whatever with Spider-Man.
What other thoughts do you have on this movie, Jamie?
Oh.
Anything jump out at you, man? Like, you have favorite scenes as far as, like, the dialogue, or what do you think of the fucking characters?
What was this? God damn it. Something towards the beginning that, like, I wanted to, like, remember.
Towards the beginning?
Was it when, spoiler alert, by the way, you're going to get, like...
Oh,
we're gonna talk about this
if you don't want spoilers, sorry, not sorry, piss off.
Egon running, like, the whole beginning scene with Egon, which is obviously Egon.
No, it was after that.
Oh, it was after that? Then,
it seems like it was after they got to the house.
After they got to the house.
I just remember them like walking in.
But before the kids like went to the diner and like he saw that chick he got all bonered out on, right? Before that? Maybe.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was before that because they went into town after the fight.
I found kind of interesting.
Well, I'm just trying to place it a little closer.
Bringing her up, one thing I found kind of interesting is that when you get like probably a third or 2/3 of the way in, maybe 3/4 of the way in, when you have all four of them together.
Yeah. That was an abrupt jump or whatever, right? There was no segue. Are you talking about how like she was just all of a sudden there as part of the group and shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Because when they were in jail, like she was like, yeah, everything he said is true. I was there.
But I mean,
so she's like, I saw this shit.
Yeah, but she's like willing to just go at it. I mean, you would think that she would probably like get scared and not want to be a part of it.
But
it seems like a bit of a. It seems understandable, but I still think like it is a bit of a leap to sort of make that jump off camera. That transition of her, putting her in with everyone else would have been a little better if they'd have been like, well, cool, what's this? Fucking a gun? Yeah, I'm gonna. All of a sudden she knows how to use that shit and. Oh,
that was kind of hilarious. Did you find anything? Just more stupid guns. But one thing I thought was interesting is that it was the three of them that were all white and then one black person.
Well, that kid wasn't really white, was he?
Which kid?
I don't know.
Podcast?
No, he was. I thought he was either like Latino or some sort of like Asian. I'm not sure.
Which is technically white.
Yeah, I mean, yes, so, yes. It's not technically right. Literally,
yes,
it sucks.
I'm technically white.
Yes.
Have a laugh.
Right. Hooray.
Jamie,
you win.
Roland and I fucking busted out laughing pretty loud whenever that kid said his name and then started talking about what he does.
Yes.
And then he goes, I also do like the occasional restaurant review. Man who fucking started laughing.
I know. I was thinking the same
thing. Yeah. And
that was one thing that did really stick out to me, that at the end, when he's talking to Ray.
Oh, yeah. And he talks about his podcast, and Ray's like,
"You're so-and-so?"
And he's like, "You're my one subscriber?" Yeah, my subscriber, right? He said subscriber. That's right. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of them, I mean, what'd you think of the whole cameos that they used? I
liked them.
I was kind of expecting how they were doing it, but I think like they still handled it like it was really cool.
I think they handled Harold coming back very well.
Yeah. I was worried they were going to make him talk, dude. I was honestly worried they were going to give us some speaking lines. Yeah. Like, please don't do this. No. And they didn't. And that was awesome. Like, he did a lot of fucking silent communication and shit. And I was like, fucking great. Awesome.
He just smiled. It was funny when Ernie Hudson kind of just looks over at him.
Yeah.
And he's fucking just staring
at him. He just looks at him, and then so does fucking Bill Murray slowly. Yeah. He just looks at him, he looks back, looks at him again, then looks back. Like he goes back to ignoring him. Yeah, and then fucking the last there,
Dan Aykroyd.
Is and like he shits himself.
Dan Aykroyd's like crying the whole time and shit. Oh,
like taking out his rosary and shit.
When we were watching, I was like, "Dan, don't cry, fuck, man."
Dry my eyes. Yeah, so I was watching this scene and like eyes front. I was like, "Fuck, nope, not looking at anyone to the side." So I'm like, "No, Ray, you're not gonna mess this up for me." Like, what? I'm not crying. You're crying. So
podcast is Asian.
Yeah.
Filipino.
What the hell? I mean, cool.
Maybe Korean.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's not meant to be. It's not meant to be racist. It's
whatever.
Just, I don't know.
Hey, it's fine. He's a cool kid, somehow.
But yeah, like
walking around all that expensive recording equipment and shit.
Yeah, this guy goes like, "What is he using?" I go, and I whisper over it. He's using the shotgun mic. He's like, "Aren't those expensive?" I go, "They can be." He's fucking walking around with that thing.
Well, like that, yeah.
And he goes, I go, "Oh, I think he's using a Zoom H6 to record his podcast." Well, it might be a Zoom F8. I wasn't too sure, but like he just had it in his satchel, I was over here trying to like looking close. Oh man, what kind of equipment is this kid using? Like what kind of headphones?
Little bitch. Can you afford that?
And Gary Gooberson, he was hilarious.
Paul Rudd, the eternal fucking Paul Rudd. How old is he? 52?
He's young. That's it.
He's 52 years young. The guy, the guy does not fucking age.
And he will never.
Never. And he is perfect.
His
in everything he does.
Basically,
he is Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's his version of Rick Moranis whenever he gets possessed. I was just laughing because he's fucking like his hair is all over the place.
Yeah,
he has like the ripped pants and shit.
And he almost talked like him, or he was walking like him.
Yeah, that's right. When he's fucking like stumbling around and shit. Oh man, that whole scene. I mean, that whole segment of bringing back the fucking keymaster and the gatekeeper was just fucking hilarious.
I totally did not see that coming until they started. They actually mentioned Zool. Like even when they brought up Gozer, I was like, okay, they're just like looking at stuff like what happened before,
right?
But then I think actually what it was for me is when he was in Walmart and there was the terror dog. And I'm like, holy shit. This is just the first movie all over again.
Yeah.
You have the little Stay Puft dudes.
Nope, that's...
Somebody's getting creamed by Stay Puft.
Podcast. Basically, looked head to toe like... I think it was
like everybody at the end of the first one?
Well, I mean, he has Ray's...
Stay Puft.
Those night vision goggles?
Yeah.
He always has those on him.
Mm-hmm. Those things are badass.
I was assuming
definitely fucking expensive.
I was assuming he was going to be the one that like gets basically as much as he does in the first one. Like as much Stay Puft marshmallow.
I mean, was it Ray or Winston that spoke to him about it? after he was like covered in shit. He's like, oh yeah, I've been there or whatever, and he's just
I think it was.
I was really hoping they're gonna bring Slimer in though.
Yeah, man.
I thought they were gonna bring Slimer in.
So that's one of my gripes, I guess, about this movie. I wanted to see more ghosts. They sort of had a few in the end.
It was a slow start.
Yeah, this movie really had a slow burn in the beginning.
I think it took like almost like 55 minutes to an hour to actually get to shit actually going on, because we're just following these kids. Mind you, the only ghost at this point is fucking Egon, and like the invisible Egon,
right?
Like, the lights, playing chess, all that kind of shit, you know.
Trying to make up for being a shitty grandpa or whatever, and father. I guess it's this a running theme of the whole stupid thing.
After we left the movie, it's like I kind of get it after seeing the post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
That like when towards the end of the movie, I'm like, I was just gonna sit there and wait and see if there was post-credit scene. Yeah. But Marissa looked it up to see if there was. And, like,
and that's why she's better at this than you are. I mean, you know, you want the experience, Jamie, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But,
you want to be disappointed or surprised in real time.
Right. Yeah.
And I got you.
Right.
Yeah, and she doesn't have time for that shit.
The first one was like I thought was really interesting, and then the second one, I'm like, it got to the point I'm like, are you sure there's another one?
Yeah.
And so like when that came up, and then at the end of it with the containment chamber and stuff, I'm like, okay, it's a done deal.
Yeah,
they're doing more.
Yep, absolutely.
But see, I had told Roland even before that scene happened, I was like, they're probably definitely going to start making some more, just because like the cops are escorting the Ecto-1 into, I guess, New York City.
Oh,
and
sure.
I was just thinking, to my I was like, that was enough for me to think that they might be doing something else with this.
I thought there was, but when you saw the containment chamber with the red flashing light, I was like, okay, they can't not.
Yeah.
At that point, because they're basically saying that shit's gonna go down again, and they're gonna have to come save shit.
What if Vigo comes back?
Oh man,
shut up,
Ray! Don't toy with us.
He's gonna be the main character of the series that comes out.
What are you fucking doing?
Vigo the Carpathian's gonna be
Ray.
the main villain.
Stop! No, you're. How are they gonna?
Cheech and Chong come back.
How are they gonna follow that shit?
No, fucking Janosch is gonna be more evil than ever because he's crazy, because he's been possessed by Vigo. And then the pink slime, you gotta bring that shit back too.
I mean, we already know Sigourney Weaver's up for this. She had that fucking awesome cameo at the end. I love how they busted that shit out too.
Yeah, because it says Sigourney Weaver, and then it goes, and we both go, when? And it immediately cuts to her scene.
That was fucking cool.
I was thinking that.
I've never ever seen that shit before in a credit, like in rolling credits, where like that was fucking cool and funny as fuck, and also completely pointless. It had nothing to do with anything. It was just a little scene of her fucking with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
You know,
which is fine.
Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious.
It was foreplay, is that what you said?
That's totally foreplay.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Jamie, you're thinking they're gonna hook up that little electrode machine to like his nips, and then
he probably wasn't wearing any pants. You couldn't see.
That's what it was.
We couldn't see under the camera.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing any pants. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, as soon as that scene started, and you saw like the wavy card like hold it up.
Yeah,
I'm like you didn't know who it was at the time. Like, they're gonna guess it right and get the shit shocked out of them. And then, like, you hear the voice. I'm like, oh shit,
hot, right? Yeah, Jamie, keep your pants on. God damn it.
Bill Murray's voice. Marty's voice.
Christ.
Like, oh shit, Bill's gonna get the shit shocked out of him. And then but I thought that was a little weak because it seemed like it was all like foreplay to me instead of like her just fucking with him.
No, I thought you were gonna say like her fucking him. You wanted to just like hard.
No, fucking with him.
Oh, okay, fucking.
Like basically exactly what he did in the first one.
Okay.
But
her just saying, "Nope, you're wrong," and hitting the button. That's what I was hoping for. Is pretty much a direct flashback to the first one. But instead it was.
I mean, yeah, but you know, it had its own little Bill Murray twist, which of course you'd expect. He's not that stupid. He's got in case somebody whips it around and tries to ask him that question, he has to know what the fuck.
Did anyone have this thought of? I didn't feel somewhat that Egon's reaction Like, whenever the daughter or the granddaughter calls Raise the Cult to the occult books place.
Yeah.
And speaks to,
when she's in
to
prison.
Stantz. And he starts like divulging all this information because like he fucking comes out with just saying Egon Spengler can rot in hell.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, what the fuck? I felt, I think this is just because he's dead and they can't really like work him into the story like they normally would.
Right.
They gave him this, he had like a change in character as opposed to the first two. You know what I mean? Like they made him seem like he went a little crazy and was like a little like erratic about the fact that there was going to be the end of the world. And he stole all the fucking thing. Like he was like so like hyped up. Like he doesn't seem like that kind of character. I think
maybe not.
I thought Ray's
I think it had a bit to do
like
with
that.
It had a bit to do with their circumstances though as well. Like they were all going broke. They weren't able to work anymore.
I can see it.
Then they were all becoming estranged or whatever.
I had a bit of trouble believing that Egon would react in that way because he seems so like straight laced. Like he's
the straight man. Exactly.
But I assume
it wouldn't be illogical for him to go by himself.
He's Data from fucking Star Trek or something.
See, that part didn't really surprise me because Egon's also the one that he's gonna
do whatever the fuck has to be done. Exactly. That's true.
Even though he's like really straight laced and stuff like that, he's the one that really pushes the limits to get stuff done. So
I can see, but I'm just kind of like struggling with the fact that he
had kids.
Well, he had kids. One, he moved to the middle of nowhere, and then he like
I never
stole everything,
right?
And like
who the mother is.
To the barn. I don't know.
Well, I was half expecting
it to be Janine.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of interesting when she walks into the house, and all three of them are there, right? When Janine walks into the house. And she looks over at the kids and like, I don't know why, like it just sort of for me, I got this weird feeling that it was like, they kind of resembled her in some way or some shit. I don't know how they,
that's what I thought
that scene was shot like in a way that for some reason I got that sense. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I don't know.
This is what I was expecting when she walks into the house and she was like, who are you or something like that? And she was going to say, well, you don't even know your own daughter, mother. I thought it was gonna be her mom or something, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be like a Maury Povich episode. But I was wrong. Did not go the way I'd expected, so that's fine.
And at the end, it goes into Maury and
you are
Kelly,
not the father.
Spangler.
Yeah, Kelly Spangler. Yeah. What did y'all think of the kids?
So they annoyed the fuck out of me for the first part of the movie.
You kept on saying that.
Did I? I don't remember.
Well, you said it a few times.
I did. Yeah. Maybe. And some of the lines,
even like the first few minutes that the kids were introduced, your response to them was like, "Man, fuck these kids," because they're like talking back to their mom.
Yeah, that's right. They're dicks. I didn't like them because they were little. They're just shitty. Like.
Does Kylo Ren already have a son or something?
The Wolfhard kid.
Yeah, the Stranger Things kid. His character pretty much kind of sucked. I don't know. He was just awkward.
I'm kind of curious as to like I know one of these kids can be a pretty smart scientist.
Yeah.
But this kid's over here a fucking mechanic. Unless he's just YouTubing everything, and I can believe
probably. That. Yeah, that was pretty out of nowhere where he's just like,
he's fixing the car. Yeah, and shit like that.
What a shit box.
How much did he actually do though?
Yeah, none of that's explained.
Well, see, Harold Ramis, his character Egon, did his little ghosty duties and like titled his wires together so the car actually turned on.
Yeah, he helped him in the end and fixed his bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, like, aren't you guys broke? How the fuck are you fixing this?
If, like the whole time he's just like turning the screw and shit, and Egon's over there like doing like fixing it himself.
I'm
and
fixing
shit.
this. I'm an adult. I'm a mechanic. Yeah.
And he's literally
the thing that I was
just turning that same fucking screw.
One thing that really like kind of disappointed me at the end of that. So he gets the car all working and stuff.
Sure.
What about the fucking tires?
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought, man. That was the first thing I was like.
Wait. See, you had that.
How do those tires have air in there?
You had that thought?
Whatever.
I was like, the tires? Yeah. What about the old gas? Shouldn't he drain that first?
I was thinking about the oil in the engine. I was thinking about the engine. I was like, this motherfucker just turned this shit on. It's been idling for years.
We're under the assumption that he did that already.
That's dumbass.
Yes, again, yes, he could have done that.
That engine should be on fire.
But
the Ecto 1 should be a flame.
So he couldn't have done the tires.
Did he have to go into town to get a battery?
Yeah, we don't know. He doesn't seem smart enough to do any of this shit. But whatever. So he fixed it. Return of the Ecto 1-ish.
Yeah.
I definitely want the Lego one now.
Huh?
Dude,
I definitely want the Lego one now.
Since Walmart was a part of Walmart was a part of this movie, I'm gonna be going to Walmart to scan for like fucking Ghostbusters toys right now. Think about that shit. Walmart's there. They're gonna be fucking exclusive Ghostbusters fucking toys there. So I am going to go. And
I wanted one of those damn fucking proton pack cups or whatever that Daniel sent us a picture of. I didn't see those there. I just saw the plushies, and I think that's what he said too. And I was like,
that after they went through the town and like pretty much destroyed half of it, when they went back by Spinners,
it was like nothing happened.
No, just the P was off, so it said Sinners.
Oh. I didn't even notice that. I thought they did more damage than what I saw. When
it seemed relatively unharmed. No,
but it seemed like they made a point of showing that Spinners was now Sinners.
Yeah.
Oh
well, I mean, this whole movie is
so we are
pretty biblical or whatever.
We are under the assumption that gunner seat was made by Egon, right?
It has to be,
right?
Because it wasn't there in part 2.
No.
Or it might have been. They just never used it.
Oh, right. Or it might have been used after.
Well, they were consistently making modifications on that car, so.
Yeah.
Or it could have been after part 2.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So maybe, probably.
Because I mean, that remote control car thing.
That was
not.
No.
That was old.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that remote was an old remote.
And the batteries. How long are those batteries last?
Are they rechargeable?
What about the tires to the actual car?
Right?
Huh? Yeah.
It's the same shit the proton pack runs on.
Of course.
Oh, right. The isotopes, right. Of course.
There you go. Hello.
And so did the car. That's why the battery wasn't dead.
Oh,
I liked. What did you guys think of that fucking proton pack rig that Egon had set up over the temple pit or whatever?
Oh, that was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was funny as fuck and cool. Like really fucking cool how, the earthquakes and shit are just bubbling up from all of these like demon souls or ghosts or something like that.
But is the earthquake or the
tremors or
tremors
whatever,
like
the seismic activity?
Fucking,
it's by the what?
Is it caused by when he fires?
No, I think it's by the proton packs.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No,
it
was just them rumbling to the surface.
Yeah, it's them breaking through whatever the fuck kind of like barrier there is.
I think it was the struggle of that. So like the proton packs pushing them back down.
Right.
Okay.
To me, that's what I felt like it was. That's what was causing the tremors. Is
them fighting
they
and
didn't
shit.
Start
them
until the proton packs started going off.
Yeah, and it's them fucking struggling and shit. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes pretty good sense. I thought it was a cool rig. That whole setup was like, what the fuck is this? I wasn't expecting that, and then just seeing it, like, okay, that's cool. Just fucking point a gun at them, and every time they come up, just push them back down.
That part was fucking hilarious. The dude that built the town.
Oh man, yeah.
That paper.
Played by fucking what the hell's his name? AJ Simmons or JK Simmons?
JK Simmons.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Oh yeah, we can rule the world together and just.
So I was telling Ray I thought it was fucking hilarious that he has like 1 or 2 lines in this whole movie, and it's to stand in as like a reference, to sort of fold in a callback to the first fucking Ghostbusters, because like he's the guy that designs the fucking tower, right, from the first. Ghostbusters. He designed it out of selenium or whatever because it's a huge conductor. And so as it turns out, the place that he fucking mined all that those minerals from is it contains the temple and shit, and he's there. And so like I thought that was a cool little way that they folded in, and I thought it was a very like appropriate level of Ghostbusters humor where it's funny and it's dark too. They fucking tore his ass. I don't know what the fuck they call that. I know that when it's the legs up, it's called a wishbone when they split your ass in half. Yeah. I forget what it is when they just tear you the hell apart from your skull down. That was
the bag of chips.
I really love how Paul
the bag of chips fail
out about everything.
Oh,
like they have the trap and stuff. He's oh, cool replica.
Yeah.
And then he picks it up. He looks at it, and like the ghost comes out.
Yeah, he sees the little.
That's real. That's not a replica. And then he sees the proton pack in the jail or in the police station. He's like,
he's staring at it.
Cool.
Yeah. He's
it's bummer. I kind of wanted him to kind of use that. At some point,
I thought he would have been driving the car at some point. Instead, they had Dorknuts doing it. What the hell is his name? It's Phoebe.
And the next one, he probably will.
Yeah.
It's good. No, if this is carried on by Paul Rudd, then yeah.
Man, that would be so cool.
I'm down.
That's fine.
That would, yeah.
I'm down for that.
I thought some of the dialogue that the Phoebe's character used was a little cringy.
I mean, they're kids.
But they're kids. Is it?
Kids,
like when she was talking to her mom about how her mom has no aptitude for science, or some of the other things she says. She says like a lot of strange, like, okay, this is meant to sound smart, but you're a 16-year-old pretending to be a 12-year-old for starters. I think that was the strange thing that like threw me off a lot about this.
Technically, I mean, when was this movie made? So it was supposed to come out last year.
Okay,
so let's say it was made in 2019.
So
she was like
15. I don't know. I just remember seeing the character and thinking like, she doesn't look that age, but it's still cool. But like that makes sense now that after I looked that shit up. So aside from that though, like she has a pretty cool character. For the most part.
This movie and the whole like pretty much the reusing of all the soundtrack. I mean, no person who hasn't seen that first movie would understand like how this music just plays, and they just kind of like put it in random spots.
I thought it was overdone.
That's what I'm saying. They put it in random spots, and like I was like, yeah, I get it. Like this is from the first one, and they reused a bunch of it, which I thought was a little lazy, but whatever.
And it was that same one.
It's a reference, Ray. It's a callback, homage.
Like
they save money.
Yeah. How many times can you call back?
Right. And so I just noticed the title of the stream. I love it.
Damn it!
That was his idea.
I was trying to see if I could get you to cry, Jamie. Damn it!
Almost. If I had another one of these, probably. But.
Now let's just get down to our ratings. Does anyone have anyone else to add to this about this movie? I mean, we've talked about it a lot. We don't have to talk about it too much.
I was expecting to enjoy this, and it was much better than I could have had any thought
expectations
to.
Met? Past the expectations, sure.
Yeah, past my expectations, quite a bit.
What about you, Jamie? You have a I know you said it was okay.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. He's going with that.
Cinematically, it was good. Like to me, these were the technical problems that I had with it.
Right.
Oh yeah, that would absolutely fuck with.
Although the scenery, that particular area, like I did enjoy, like it was very different from the cluttered city. It was a very open country or mountainous area, yeah. And like. So it was
and
like
they still destroyed the city.
And they still destroyed the city. There's one street.
There's one street and it got cooked.
I thought it was funny because the kids that are Egon's grandkids are destroying the city, and they're getting bitched out by the cops. Part one.
Same thing, yeah. They get arrested and.
Well, it happens in part. You find out later in part two that they get sued by the city, right, because of all the damage that they caused and stuff. Yeah. So that's why they're fucking going to birthday parties and. Dancing to this fucking
and they caught all the
Ghostbusters
ghosts.
song.
What is it that
I thought that was interesting. That they pretty much put themselves out of business.
Yeah. Fucking who was it? It wasn't Spengler. It was Venkman that had what did he say about it? He's like we fished the pool too hard or something. Like he had some silly
they pretty much got all the ghosts. Like there was They did such a good job catching ghosts. There were no more ghosts.
Right. So they put themselves out of business.
But they were only in New York City.
Yeah, that too.
unless it was all Zool. That
Zool is the main source of evil for the whole world.
Sure.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
He is the source of evil for the whole world, and so
Jamie, they were the source of all evil.
Although they did switch between calling her and they or whatever, mostly her.
Gozer was the source of evil for the whole world.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
And they them.
They may mention it's not a he or she, so
no, they do, and then they call her she from then on. I was like, whatever, man.
They throw that in there and just abandon that whole concept.
I don't think she gives a fuck. I still that it was so cool when Gozer fucking asks them, "Are you gods?" I was like, oh, just do it. That was so funny.
Scene there was gold.
That was so fucking great. Just give him a minute. Hold on.
And then Bill's like, we could have had something.
Yes.
And all this stuff going on. And
yeah, he keeps shitting
coming on to fucking Zoom.
Gozer.
Sorry, Gozer.
Fucking Gozer.
It's because you know that whole scene where the mother gets possessed and they were always like, all right, here it comes.
Mom?
There is no mom, only Zool. I was like, oh, fuck, man.
But she whispers it first, fucking Exorcist style.
She looks scarier than...
There is no mom.
And then she starts like caressing on Cat.
Fucking, and I was like, this kid's gonna get some.
I was like, whoa.
Are you the gate master?
What does Paul Rudd's character say to her when they meet up? He's like, I like your eyes. Or some shit. And she like just...
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't reply. She says some like gobbledygook.
Well, she has the flower. She bites it and then they start going to town, you know?
Yeah. But I distinctly remember understanding Paul Rudd saying that shit as he like sort of stumbles up to her. She just like waves herself into this fucking hot ass dress and then, fucking Paul Moranis or whatever walks up to her.
Paul Moranis.
And fucking like burbles out like, some like half-baked, half-assed fucking limp dick come on or whatever. Fucking whatever.
I mean, who could resist, really? Come on.
Absolutely. But still, like, I like your eyes. Okay. Only Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd. I take that back. Only Paul Rudd could do that.
You know what? Like I was kind of curious the ultimate plan of Gozer when actually she does come to. She just sits in the chair chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was that
That's
it?
it.
That was
That's
it.
She's gonna sit there flexing
before like punching through
bitches, I'm here.
The fucking new dimension or something.
Right. Yeah.
Like they're just gonna sit there for a bit, like let me rest, and then we'll fucking start this whole taking over the world shit.
And then in the end, it's Trevor that figures out how to do it.
Did he? No.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that was so bullshit. Those fucking capacitors should have exploded when he fucking shot them. Is that what you're talking about? When he fucking shot him with the proton pack and charged it and turned the traps on? That was a big risk
for him to do that shit. Like,
yeah,
kind of damage
he could have fucking killed them all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he took a huge risk doing that shit. Like, he could have just fucked everyone.
You didn't fucking know that.
He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He's the dumb one, all right?
Wait, he was fixing a car with Egon's.
And somehow he ended up being the hero. I hate that you pointed it out, Jamie.
My lights died.
So we'll give ratings. 1 out of 5. Jamie, since you are our guest, you get to go first. Unless you want one of us. Like, I'll leave guest choice. You want one of us to go first? You pick one of us, or you want to go?
I don't trust Roland, so you go first. Right?
Perfect.
Okay.
I don't trust me either.
As far as this movie is concerned, I did enjoy it. I did like the characters. I feel I wanted more of the Ghostbusters, more backstory as to like what happened with all that. I don't know if it would have been necessary for the story.
I don't think they could have afforded it.
Yeah, probably not. Right? That's as much as they could pay for them for those three. You know, I would have liked to see like what had gone on prior, maybe some flashback scenes. You know, that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
But overall,
I mean, they did have a few here and there.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like with them interacting. And
where
everything went, like,
yeah. Okay.
All wrong.
Yeah. a bit more visual context for what ended up with the after years. Or whatever.
The movie left me wanting a little bit more. You know, I want to find out a little bit more backstory, like I just said.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that I'm going to give this movie a solid 3. I mean, it was kind of unnecessary to make this movie, but I think that they kind of wanted to do this to
they needed
fucking
the series,
2016
the franchise. They wanted something. Well, the thing is, they wanted something to do with this because it's the Ghostbusters. And
I give it more.
They make a lot of fucking money off that stuff.
If this had nothing to do with the original, I would probably hate this movie entirely. Don't even bother making this fucking movie. I wouldn't say I would hate it. I would just give it a lower score. Because if you're gonna use the word Ghostbusters as a title, I better have
but
reference
then
to
they would have had to
give
it a different name, right? I mean,
well, no, they did that to 2016 one. They fucking did whatever they wanted, you know.
Because it had ghosts in it, right?
Yeah, but this one would have ghosts too. Anyways, regardless, I'm glad they came out, but I felt it was a little bit forced because I mean, you could tell they paid them. They all came out. Bill Murray, I was like, that was all check right there, man.
Yeah,
that was all check work right there. So a solid 3 for me. Jamie, I'll let you go.
So are you saying that Dan Aykroyd couldn't afford himself?
I don't know how well Crystal Skull Vodka is doing right now, Jamie.
Yeah.
Maybe he needed more payment, or maybe his agent could have was trying to negotiate more. If they, but I will say this about that one scene where he's divulging all this information to this little girl. I wish that had not gone on as long as it did.
Oh,
I wish it would have shortened up a bit because they could have used some more Aykroyd time. Maybe Hudson and
okay.
Bill Murray time when he's going to call them guys, you know what I mean?
That would have been good.
Guys, we gotta come.
You wanted
and,
to see some
ass. And then and then Bill goes, "Are you telling me we need to go? We need to see. We need to kick its ass? Something stupid like that. I don't know.
We're getting the band back together.
That would have been awesome because at the end I was like, where the fuck are they gonna come? When are they gonna show up? And why?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the reason?
They hung up, and we know how.
I mean, I knew that was you had to understand the second she made that call that they were going to be in there somewhere.
Okay, so Jamie,
probably at the end.
I would say a 3.5, probably.
Okay.
I'm not as critical about movies as you are.
Understood.
Well, depending on the movie.
Depending on the movie. Oh yeah, you shot down a shit ton of shit that we watched.
Yeah.
Like everything.
For me, it's more about entertainment value.
I'm going to say about 80% of the shit that we've attempted to talk about or watch, you'd be like,
hey, Jamie.
Imagine if we did Rounders. Oh, shit.
Or, hey, Jamie, let's watch Pool Hall Junkies. Yeah?
There you go.
Double feature.
No, fuck you.
So, solid.
It's almost the same movie, so.
Solid 3.5, right?
Yeah, I wish there was more of the original cast.
You wanted to see what's his face from the first one? Peck. The fuck's his first name? Walter or some shit?
Walter Peck.
Walter Peck.
Guy, man. The guy has no dick. Why is he even alive?
Exactly. Oh man, if they didn't figure out a way to make that no dick joke again, that would have been so awesome.
That would have been.
Anyways, you were saying, Jimmy?
All right.
Even if just Egon was in it more. But he was an invisible ghost this whole time. Even when nobody was watching, if he popped up as an actual apparition, that would have been cool.
Yeah. I was worried about that.
Because
I really was.
It took, and I think it would have been it would have added to it because it took a while to know for sure that it was him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, it could have been at this point anything. They're in a hotbed of ghostly.
I mean,
activity.
yeah,
it was once he started helping her, it was okay, it's Egon. Yeah. But just guiding her down the hall and stuff like that.
I did like the fact that they didn't make him go to heaven in particles. That was just don't do it.
He didn't rise up in a beam, cloud of light, or
it would have been this is the end when they fucking shine out.
Yeah.
I kind of expected him to actually come back.
Wow, Jamie, come on now. Jamie.
I mean, it wouldn't have really surprised me that much.
But zombie Egon.
What?
Wow, what the fuck?
Okay. Sure.
Or if he would have possessed somebody, that would have been cool.
That would have been which one? Well, that's
who would he? Yeah. Who would he
attempt to possess though? Like, his grandson. Don't go into the granddaughter. That's weird. That's fucking weird.
No, he could have possessed Paul Rudd.
He could have possessed Paul Rudd. That's true.
That would have been great.
You know what? No,
they would another character for.
No, you can't fucking do that because I mean, Paul Rudd like
they need him for the sequels.
He wants the daughter. So I mean, if he possesses him,
yeah. Then you're cock blocking Paul Rudd. What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Please, Paul Rudd, forgive us.
So the only acceptable thing
we know not to block the
Egon
guide
possesses his grandson. You know. No real like he's not trying to.
I mean, yeah, we don't really. Because we don't really care about him. It's fine.
Well, Egon. Well, the kids,
that would have been really interesting.
The kid's only trying to bang that one girl at the.
Yeah, and he knows he doesn't stand a chance. So
get this. That would have been really interesting because they could have done that, and Phoebe is the one that's super smart and shit, and he doesn't give a shit about science.
Yep.
So it could have been like she's like working on it and stuff, and then like he comes up and he's like, "Oh, this is easy," and starts fixing shit. And she's like, "What the fuck?"
Double team.
And his eyes glow red. And
hey, those two minds together working like.
And his hair kind of goes poofy or whatever, in a little curl and shit. Like he does. He gets that fucking.
No man, it's gonna turn blonde like the fucking cartoon.
It's gonna get the fucking blonde pompadour and shit. Fuck yeah!
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, badass hair.
Roland, what's your rating?
I was thinking about giving it below a 3, but I actually...
And that's because it exceeded your expectations.
It did. But there are a few things about it that, we already pretty much went over that kind of annoyed me quite a bit at first. But if I were to pick one thing, again, I really do wish that there'd been more ghosts in this movie. They sort of tried to
throw in jam pack
towards the end. Yeah, exactly. But it's just like, okay, that's a bit more like the second Ghostbusters movie where, when Vigo's doing his shit. Or was it the first movie?
Well, even when it happens at both times, the ghosts are coming out of the ground, like I was expecting that song to come back on.
Yeah.
Since they've been reusing the fucking soundtrack and stuff.
I was expecting them to all... Like, it would basically be like in the first movie when everything reanimates.
Yeah.
Organic cells and stuff like that. I was expecting that when all those
they only had that one zombie dead guy, right? And was he in the diner?
Coffee,
Oh yeah, I even forgot about that.
Yeah, because it was so quick. They could have. Yeah, I think that whole segment maybe should have had a little more in it. A little more.
Was that a complete throwback too?
It was.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
I think that guy is from the first one.
He's the taxi guy or
That's
whatever.
What I thought. He was the taxi guy, right?
Oh, okay. Or the what was the other one? Wasn't there a guy driving a bus? I forgot. Fuck.
Probably. Yeah.
It was so
numerical rating.
No, I was trying to remember one other fucking thing here that had bugged me. No. Yeah, so my rating would be like I give it a 3.2. Be happy with that.
In between.
I'm mostly sort of excited about where they could possibly take this series.
Assuming they do it well.
You hope? Yeah, exactly. We'd have to make that assumption based on this movie. This is a cool movie, pretty cool movie. It does have a bit of a slow start, slow burn, and then eventually it picks up speed. And I mean, it's nothing very complicated.
No.
It actually reminded me, and I think I said this before. Like it had a plot sort of similar to like the Candyman movie, and I forget. Where it's very very simple. It has a few, important details concerning the story.
Just a bit of added stuff to the lore.
Right. And then, okay, now let's throw these characters in there and kind of stuff.
Which came out on DVD and Blu-ray, by the way.
Already.
I don't know if I actually got there with my line of thought, but...
Oh, what's up?
Seeing, like, this is from, like, way back, but seeing that the in-credit scene that it's obvious they are making more now.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it took so long to get started. Because they're trying to set up the new timeline.
Okay.
Sure. I mean,
that they wanted to give the backstory of what happened between the two. And
Ernie Hudson had to spend all that time getting rich,
getting fucking like crazy, like baller rich.
That's right.
And then he buys the fucking old fire station.
Yeah, they gave him that.
He fucking brings the fucking Ecto-1 back. So is Ernie Hudson? Is Ernie Hudson gonna be the main guy in charge? Like
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, what'd you guys think of the Twinkie?
You remember that?
There has to be something about that.
About the Twinkie
in the glove compartment.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a reference to Egon because he liked Twinkies, or he was eating Twinkie in the first one, and he's giving that whole analogy about the Twinkie.
Every time I hear about the Twinkie analogy, I just hear that phrase and I laugh. Like
that's literally all I thought it was. Yeah. Like I didn't really think anything else.
No, but still, like
I didn't think it was at the time, funny. But now I'm wondering if there was more to it.
Oh. It was so quick. I mean, I didn't really think much of it. That's why.
That's the best way to do it, though.
I guess. I mean, well, it was a fresh Twinkie too. But I mean, Twinkies can stay fresh for a long time.
Yeah, there we go. We have no way of knowing that, really right?
Yeah, that's true.
They don't really what? They don't really go bad.
Like, can we see that clear wrapper? Can we see like the outside? Is it clear? Does it have some dirt on it? Some dust maybe? But yeah, I mean,
and the fucking Crunch bar in the
in the pocket of.
I was like, I can get behind a Nestle Crunch right now for reals.
I love that product placement.
Anything else you want to add about this movie?
I remembered the scene that the line that I thought was hilarious. Mm-hmm. So like, Trevor's like, his phone's like, there's not a single bar, and the mom's like, I hope there's a bar.
I hope there's at least one bar. Yeah. What did Phoebe say?
Mom.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Man, she God. So Phoebe's lines do get progressively better as the movie goes, though. I was just remembering how when the mom was telling her she's going to go off to her date with Gary, and Phoebe tells her, just don't be yourself.
One thing I do want to bring up,
just don't be yourself.
Phoebe in the police station,
harsh.
When she grabs the fucking proton pack and goes like pointing. At the
she's gonna shoot a motherfucker. Yeah, that was awesome.
Like, I was like, damn, she's fucking about to blast these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'll talk shit about.
See that at that point is when I could have seen Egon acting. Like reacting that way and like moving towards the country and stuff like that. Because I mean, I didn't see that at first, but then I saw her react. I go, maybe that's a part of Egon and his abrupt change in behavior. Like, can get pretty dangerous. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying he did anything bad. I'm just saying like it's kind of like out of character for them.
I can see that in the first movie, even. When? No, I can see it happening.
Oh.
Like, not that it did. I could have seen it happen.
You know when he's like caring for fucking Rick Moranis. And Janine is like, well, you're very kind to help that man. And he goes, I don't think he's human. Mm-hmm. Like, that's his only response. Like, that's how he sees him, either human or not human kind of thing. I don't know. He's very, like I said, very rigid in his way of thinking. But anyways. Well, I guess we're going to end this episode now. We do appreciate you all watching. Ghostbusters Afterlife, what did you think? If you want to leave comments below, you want to subscribe, like... You can even down like it. You can. You might not see it, but we will.
Yeah, we'll. Right. Yeah, they're changing the rules.
Thanks, YouTube.
And I'm super hopeful for the future with this. Bringing back the franchise.
Yeah.
And please do it well.
Yeah, just make a cool movie.
Pull Chucky. The new Chucky series is pretty tight. I love it.
Stupid shit. Yeah.
They even threw Chucky in there.
Chucky, yeah,
that's
Chucky,
right.
They're watching the fucking movie.
They had to pay for that shit, Cujo, and then they were fucking watching Child's Play.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah, they were bored. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Put them to sleep.
Fucking Chucky, couldn't believe it.
It relaxes them. It soothes the psychopaths.
I just find it funny
how to calm down some crazy. I just find it funny that
he's putting like these fucking old horror movies.
Put on a Stephen King movie. That'll put him. That'll put him right to sleep.
Paul Rudd's like, there's a very entertaining movie on in there.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be it for us. Thank you, Jamie, for joining us. So it's kind of a last minute thing.
Whatever. Let's go.
Hopefully next time you can join us. I don't even know what movie you would even bother watching.
Yeah, maybe you should try to find something.
You let us know, right? You let us know, Jamie.
Yeah.
All right.
Next year, by the way, we are doing it. Huh?
Whenever Back to the Future comes out.
Well, here's the thing, Jamie, is that we are doing a weird science type of movies next round. So whenever we get that list together, we'll give it to you and see if you like anything.
Of course you will. So I can get them for you.
Absolutely. You will buy them for Plex. Thank you, Jamie, for spending your hard-earned money on these films. So that'll be it for us. We'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya.
Lighters.
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying you can use that, but that's backup. Like you have that going and going into your camera. Yes, I know. Yeah. So sponsor us, please. This is also
Oh, there it is. Ha! Yeah. Wish. Yep, there it is.
There's another one.
Oh, my leftovers.
What's that?
Rogue. Dead Gael.
Yeah, I totally didn't think about it till right now that I should have been drinking Stone the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, maybe I can show
it. Oh, okay.
Jamie, can you see that? This wonderful wonderment.
What the fuck?
Hey, look, what does it say at the end? Look at what it says at the end. Now tell Baldy to fuck me.
Peace.